This is Josiah Plays Tyranny. Alright, we are here in the little camp at the Edge Ring Ruins. We have defeated the Vendrian Guard, and now we're kind of exploring the camp, talking to people, looting, all that sort of stuff. Versus, unfortunately, wounded. We can't climb this rope right here because we don't have enough athletics. What's up, Horde? Hail Kairos, and glory to the voices of Nerat! The Scarlet Chorus soldier nods at you, her brow furrowed in concentration. I take it you're the gopher everyone's talking about. Are you getting the lay of the ruins or just avoiding the Archons? We picked this area clean months ago. All that's left are some old stones, and that prize off in the distance. She nods to the towering spire above the citadel. What do you want? Is that how you speak to a superior officer? It's how I speak to you. Only just arrived in camp and you think you know more about breaking a siege than the rest of us? She huffs and shakes her head. Listen, I don't tolerate people huffing at me. You will address me by my title. Is that understood? Whatever you want to call yourself is none of my affair, she shrugs. Baitbinder it is, then. Scarlet Chorus kind of liked that. You'll find no lack of titles in the Scarlet Chorus camp. We make them up as we go. Yes, they're very organized. You used to wear more revealing armor than you took an arrow to the navel. Nice. If you let her off the hook that easily, she'll tell everyone in her gang about it. A crimson spear would have cut off her ears already. Ah, Verse, I see you're running with the Fatebinder now. Did you lose another group already? Take care, the army is running low on Scarlet Furies thanks to you. Oh, I don't appreciate that. That's enough out of you. Something in your tone causes the soldier to back down. Have it your way. I submit, respectfully. If you need something, you have only to ask. You only live once. Try and have more fun with your authority. She's face-palming. Look at this. She's face-palming over here. I don't think you can use athletics in dialogue from your party members. You can use it on field interactions, which is like climbing the rope and stuff like that. But you can't use your companion's dialogue in... your companion's skills in dialogue. Which actually makes sense. I don't even know what Enigma Soul is talking about right now. Apparently she doesn't believe in panties. Like you don't believe they exist. They're like Santa Claus or God. Alright, well. I would say that I've seen evidence that they do exist, but you really can't convince somebody who believes things like that. Random obscure references. Ah, you were making a reference. That makes it make a lot more sense. No. She wouldn't have had enough for oh. No, that's not true. Seraphina isn't wounded. Verse is wounded. Verse would have enough for 30 athletics if she weren't wounded, but that wouldn't help us in dialogue. Seraphina definitely doesn't have anywhere near 30 athletics. Tell me about these ruins. This place used to be an actual fort. When Cairn came through, the Archon of Stone pulled down most of the masonry with him. He spits an impressive glob of phlegm. That's lovely. Not sure if it was intentional, but he left that old statue in one piece. It's carved in the likeness of old Queen Lycaris. She scratches the back of her head, smirking. Strangest thing, the statue started crying blood around the time of the war. I like to think we clobbered the Vendrian Guard so badly that their ancestors could feel it. That's pretty bad. When your statues start crying blood, you probably have officially gotten your ass kicked. What do you know about the spire? I know how to tell time by its shadow, and that it hurts my neck if I stare up at it for too long. Really, it's no different from the spires in the north. That's an interesting point of so now we know that these spires that we see on the map are not just down here in the tiers, but they're all over the world. And they're probably left over from some ancient civilization that used to be more awesome before. Standard trope. Big, ugly, and it's inaccessible. It's strange that the Vendrian people built their citadel around it, but there's no accounting for taste. It also, she says, inaccessible. So, these spires are left over from some ancient civilization, and now nobody knows how to get into them. Except maybe Kairos. Maybe Kairos is wielding the magic of the spires to do edicts or something. We don't know. Yeah, well. Be seeing you, Fatebinder. The side of her mouth jerks in a grin. Grin jerk. Alright, let's talk to Cosma. The Mentacade, yeah. Fatebinder, what an honor to have one of Tunan's court visit our humble holdfast. Need supplies? Bursting with energy, the merchant slams her palm down on the top of crate. If so, you've come to the right place. So, what will it be today? She spreads out a welcoming arm over her wares. I trust you've been granted proper stewardship of the goods you're peddling. Well, you see, Fatebinder. The merchant cranes her head to the side, scratching her neck. I think so. I've been handed these bits of scripts. She reaches across a stack of provisions to snatch a scroll case. I'm not a woman of letters. Numbers are my strength, as you can well imagine. Right, so somebody else who can't read. Let me see those. Certainly, good Fatebinder. She hands you the scroll case while wearing a quizzical expression. A cursory read indicates this merchant is granted the unlimited right to trade in a logistical capacity. When not supporting an active battle, she has the right to train grade. It's when your train is going up a hill. The right to trade grain, copper, and olives anywhere in the tiers. That's it, though. Just grain, copper, and olives. If she's got anything for sale that besides those things, this woman is going down. I am the law. Where did you get these? Harshan Bronze acquired these on my behalf. From Archon Tunan's agents, I believe. Her expression shows deep concern. See any issue? Do I want to harass this woman? Well, looks like we have a slight problem here. A problem? But how can that be? I paid a span's profit for the stewardship. What sort of problem is there? Forgive me, Fatebinder humor, everything is fine. You have the right to trade as part of active war efforts. Our armies are unwilling to fight. Oh, that's some bullshit. That would be a nitpicky fucking bullshit ruling. Maggot meal for beastmen. Is this some kind of joke? So I could lie to her. But do I want to, is the question. I mean, obviously I could shake her down, probably. On all the people I've watched play this, a lot of them didn't even talk to this woman. And the ones that did, none of them ever went into this line of the dialogue to where you're, saying there's a problem with her papers. So this is brand new to me. I haven't seen what happens when you do these things. Maybe if you don't tell her, someone catches her and executes her. You have the right to trade as part of active war efforts. Currently, it would seem our armies are unwilling or unable to fight. See the problem? Oh, I see the problem. Her eyes narrow and her hand slides towards the strings of copper along her waist. Let's skip some steps in this dance, shall we? She holds up a hand with a string of copper rings dangling from her fingers. A donation to the court. Call it a proper fine. Call it tribute to our protection. Just call off your game if you say yes. So I can say that'll do. I can keep your coins, just give me the friends rate. I'm pulling the chain, I just enjoyed watching you squirm a little. Let's go with the friends rate. Keep your coins, just give me the friends rate. So be it. A smile creeps across her face. We'll trade as friends, and I'll not warn the other merchants of your flippant justice. How's trade? Well, this is a surface posting. No profit up here in the pass. That's Harch and Bronze's orders. But when we march out of the valley, I'm back on my own schedule. And here's to keeping this year is a good one. Here's to keeping? Man, I'm doing terrible at reading today. Here's to hoping. The Overlord forbids the extortion of the pathways. Good thing, too, because in years past I'd lose most of my profits to tolls. Couldn't turn a copper if I tried to haul a long distance. Let's see what you have. Alright, let's see what she has. So, she got a bronze greatsword, a bronze war mace, some lesser staves, Storm's Heart, Frost, Atrophy, Titans, short bow. She's got some other weapons here. She's got a buckler, got some healing potions, 40 times 5, 40 for the healing potions, 2 copper for each of these. I want to see something. Hold on. Oh god, I forgot. I don't know how long the loading times are going to be in this game. I just assumed it was going to be fast, but I shouldn't have assumed that. Why would I assume that? Of course it's not going to be fast. This is on the loading screens of Eternity engine. You know what happens if you choose 2, Photon Joker? Yeah, why do I even have to pay for goods? I know, right? I should just be able to say, I'm requisitioning these healing potions and these scrolls. I just want to see real quick. Oh, that was a reasonably significant discount. That's like a 20% discount right there. Alright. Let's trade. Let's shake her down. Let me see those. Where did you get these? Looks like we have a slight problem here. See the problem. Give me the friends rate. Farewell. 20% discount. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Sato. Why do I have to pay for things? I should be able to just take stuff. Your playthrough's a lot different than mine, Photon. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Let's get some lesser healing potions. And let's get these scrolls. Oh, I don't have enough money for all this. Let's sell some stuff. We're gonna sell this, and this, and this. These, this. This. I'll hold on to that hide for now. Maybe I'll hold on to the raw meat as well. But then we still don't have much money, but we just got a whole bunch of magic stuff. Learn the Sigil of Lightning. Let's learn the Sigil of Timeless Form. Let's learn the Sigil of Limitless Boundaries.
I got it.
There we go. Now. I don't know, Saito. I don't know the answer to that. But commanding armies really isn't your thing. I mean, you're not a military commander. You're a judge. I mean, you're a. Although, I mean, yeah, it looks like there were circumstances during the conquest when you were given military command or the right to make military decisions. So it's a little bit unclear about. What do you mean, Saito, about the scope seeming limited? Alright, let's take a look at the spell things now. Now I can make a whole bunch of different kinds of spells, now that I have so many different things. I have lightning. Channel energy through the Sigil of Lightning, personal sigil of the Archon of Storms, governor of the Blasted Reach District in Kairos' empire. Few are able to unlock the full potential of this sigil, as the summon lightning is hard to control. See, I only have slots for 4 spells, unfortunately. But I could make a Charged Fist, which is a pushback. Channel an explosive surge of electrical energy, releasing it all at once on a nearby enemy, interrupting them and sending them flying back. I could do that. I could... wait. Reset. Or I could even make an Electric Jolt. Electrocute the target with a huge bolt of entwining lightning, dealing shock damage and stunning them. Lightning horses and Quen shields. No, no Quen shields. This does a very short stun. And it looks like it has an AoE to it. And then I can increase the area of effect. I can increase the duration. I can increase the range. I could do all of these things, but if I put all of these on there, now you need 80 lore to cast it. So I don't have 80 lore. $55. I can almost cast that. Almost cast that. What is the... what is the size of that looking like? Very small. That's a tiny little AoE.
Can't do that.
Won't let me just cast it wherever I want.
Can't do that.
So I'm not super thrilled about Electric Jolt. Not super thrilled about Touch of Atrophy either, to be honest. Let's get another fireball going. Let's make it bigger though. If I make it bigger, I can't cast it. I don't have enough lore. But I can make it longer range. Let's do this. We've got a fireball with extra range. I feel like I should be naming these spells. Searing Palm with extra range. I do like fire a whole lot. You don't have a good name for a spell. No, you really don't. You don't. Charged Fist. I wish I could have more spells, but you have to... I think you have to use talents to get more spell slots. Electric Jolt. That makes it a 45. You know what I should do? I should make myself a fireball without the extra range. That way I've got 2 fireballs and the electric jolt, which I could put range on it. I could put duration on it, but that makes it too tough. Alright, that's pretty good. That's what this playthrough will be. You begging Josiah to create a Quen spell and Josiah crushing my spirit. No, because as soon as I make a Quen spell, you'll keep bringing it up forever and ever, no matter what game I'm playing, till the end of time. Oh, Josiah, he uses Quen. He makes Quen spells. He loves Quen so much he made a spell called Quen. Don't think I'm fooled by your little fucking stratagem, buddy. I made an anti-Quen edict. You haven't slept in 23 hours? Probably a good idea to sleep at some point then. Generally a good idea to sleep at some point. And I'm sticking with Titan's Touch, even though... just because I want to raise my Vigor skill. Maybe I shouldn't use Lightning, though, because if I use Lightning... that's another whole skill of magic that I'm... Of course, if I don't use Lightning, then it's stupid that I bought the Lightning Sigil. You know what I'm saying? So, at that point... you have completely mischaracterized... oh, no. No, I haven't. I've correctly characterized you. Electric Jolt. I'm not feeling creative enough to name spells right now. I want to rename my spells, but I don't want to think about it hard enough to do it right now. So, I think we're good. I have 2 different fireballs. The only difference between them is one's got a 10-meter range and one's got an 8. And I've got an electric jolt with an 8-meter that's got a increased duration on the stun effect. You know, this doesn't need to be here. Oh shit! Well, guess we won't be using that Rot Spear later because I just used it. That was not the smartest thing I've ever done. Why is there a random dead guy there? Because we just killed this guy. We just had a battle here a second ago. Well, we might not have personally killed that guy. We killed some guys around here, though. Alright.
Yes.
Let's talk to them. We talked to these 2 already. Pyros ordered the original icon of the disfavored erased from memory.
Sorry.
For over
I
100
can't.
years, the disfavored have kept the scratched-out iconography, wearing it with pride. Weapons and armor are stacked with neat precision on this transport cart. Every spear is honed and oiled, ready for battle. It is an insult that we must share the battlefield with the rabble of the Scarlet Chorus. This guy's pretty fucking proud of himself.
Can't do that. On the lookout.
I got a sky cap. Plus 10 to lure. Nice. The skycap mushroom improves the imbiber's wits and magical acuity, as well as aiding in the recall of obscure bits of lore. Growing on the steepest slopes of the mountains surrounding Vendrian's Well, the benefits of the skycap mushrooms led to a long alliance between the queens of House Vendrian and the sages of the Vellum Citadel. The sages were so eager for the mushrooms that they would even trade rare scrolls of magic to the rulers of Apex in order to secure access. This consumable's effect increases in strength as its user gains in power. Wow. It gets stronger as you level up? That's nuts. Let's take that and put it right there. I think I'm going to use Scarlet Poison. I think I will use this. Maybe that. The Quens of House Vendrian? No, not the Quens.
Sorry, I can't.
Alright.
Can't do that.
Some water and a head wrap. Plus one resolve. Anybody want to wear a head wrap? If I wear it, I gain 1 accuracy and a little less recovery. So yeah, I'll take it. What if she wears it? He loses a bunch of deflection. That's not good. What's the old head wrap look like? Oh, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and keep that hidden. I don't think that's why the weeping statue is weeping. I don't think it's because of...
Sorry, I can't.
Yes, you can. Okay, hold on. Let's not go that way yet. I just wanted to see if I was going to get anything else that I could sell while I'm here. I'm going to sell this poison. I'm going to sell this water. I'm going to sell this hood. There, now I've got a little bit of money. Suddenly hear a huge sigh if he sees a whole bunch of people with yellow names. I already don't know what that means. Alright, we're going to talk to Mocking Blaze and Tarkos and Drastus here. So this is the guy that we just defeated in battle a few minutes ago. Apparently he's not dead. Drastus. Prisoner says his name's Tarkos Demos. Drastus lets out a long sigh, tapping his gauntleted finger to his temple. But I don't think this is a complicated matter. He dies. His family's been a driving force in the Vendrian Guard. Killing him should demoralize whatever's left of the Tarkus clan. Yeah, I already looted those bodies, though. All must be given a chance to find absolution in service to the Scarlet Chorus. The mage points a finger at the disfavored officer. And you know full well this has always been our way. He has a chance to be slave a soldier. Only then do we feed him to the pigs. Oh, yeah, there's nothing like that in this game. This game wasn't kickstarted. There was no Kickstarter for this game, so there's no backers, so there's no bullshit backer NPCs with fan-written stories that you have to read in the game. We'd let you take prisoners, but you can't control them. You send these conscripts out on patrol and they never return. Defecting all over. I thought that said defecating all over again. They just won't stop shitting. Defecting all over again. I can't let this nonsense strategy continue. Oh, it would be really funny if it said defecating. Well, I insist this Oathbreaker be taken to the voices of Nerat, leaving us at an impasse. Fortunately, we have a Fatebinder here to settle the matter for us. The chanter turns to you, an expectant smile creeping across her face. So what say you? What should become of this prisoner? Let's see. Execute the Oathbreaker. No, definitely wouldn't choose that. Oh, another conquest choice, because I was Mr. Peace, well, Ms. Peace, last time I was here. What gives? Last I was here, the disfavored showed a little more mercy to the enemy. Commander lets out a long sigh as he touches the wound by his neck. These filthy hill people spat on the surrender. We were fools to ever treat them as anything more than violent children. Mercy is what got us into this protracted fight. Let's not continue this mistaken strategy. Yo, what gives, dog? The chorus should be allowed its chance to recruit new warriors. So Scarlet Chorus like that. This is the sort of nonsense that got us into the mess we're in now. All this shit everywhere. They just keep defecating. If we keep showing these mongrels mercy, they'll just bite us time and time again. And shit on the bite wounds. What gives seems a little out of place in this setting. Yeah, I guess it does seem a little bit weird. If it will calm your nerves, I assure you this one won't be put on the battlefield. The mage snaps her fingers loudly, gesturing for her gang to listen. Make sure the prisoner is taken straight to the voices of Nerat. I won't keep you here any longer, Fatebinder. I know you have important business in the valley. Drastus salutes you, his iron gauntlet rapping against his breastplate. For the glory of Kairos! My character's like, yeah, glory of Kairos, yay. Alright, that's it for them. There goes Drastus. What if I talk to Drastus again, though? What happens? What magical thing happens next? You have my thanks, Fatebinder. I must attend to the rest of my soldiers. What about MB?
I'll be your shadow.
Mocking Blaze. We sing the anthem of pain! Wow, that's a hell of a line. You could do well as an interrogator. That's where I got my start. The Voices in Nerat is a dude, and he's a really fucking cool dude. He's probably the coolest character that I'm aware of in this game. He's the leader of the Scarlet Chorus. He's also the Archon of Secrets. He's basically Tunan's spy master. And he has, like, shitloads of other people's minds that he's consumed and now has within his own brain. He has all of their memories and knowledge. And he can talk in the voices of all those different people. Like, he's got all of their souls in his soul or something. That's why they call him the Voices of Nerat. No, they don't have the ability to blink. Need something, Fatebinder? No, we already talked to you. Hail Kairos! Alright. Super awesome mage of coolness. Yeah, right? The voice is... He's so much cooler than Graven Ash, who's basically just this dude.
They won't see me coming.
Who's this guy? These Tearsmen don't know how good we have it under Kairos. The symbol of the Scarlet Chorus is smeared in blood on the tattered cloth tent. No effort has been made to repair the gaping tears, or tears. The gaping tears? Those gaping tears!
You can't do that.
The gaping tears.
Moving cautiously.
I might rebind those. I might rebind this to alt. And where's my stealth toggle? Stealth toggle to mouse 3.
Moving cautiously.
Yeah, I think that's going to work better for me. I don't think my bows can take another month of siege. Glory to the voices! Weapons and armor are strewn haphazardly around the cart. Every blade shows signs of rust, and every piece of armor is in need of repair. See, this is how the Scarlet Chorus holds their shit. It's a nice stark contrast to this one, where everything's stacked with neat precision and it's all honed and oiled. Professional soldiers versus fucking rabble, basically.
Sorry,
all right.
I can't. They won't see me coming.
I think we're ready to head down this way. I'm going to have to come back here to climb up that thing once I have a little bit more... athletics. Yeah, he does sound like Joker. Your arrival pleases our master. Careful under the portcullis. Cursed thing is near rusted through.
Quiet down!
Alright.
Moving cautiously.
I don't know that anyone really dwells
Sorry,
in underground
I can't.
bunkers. I know you're making references to Fallout. Pretty cool looking map. Let me guess. Oh, look, not enough ethics. The wall has begun to crumble, creating handholds suitable for climbing. 30 athletics. Use the holes in the wall to climb it. Now, if I wasn't wounded, I could climb that. But I'm not about to rest right now for one little wound. I'll just come back when I have 35, so I can climb up both ropes and get all the extra loot.
Sorry, I can't.
Alright! 4 hours and 40 minutes into the game, we are ready to leave the first little starter map. 4 hours and 45 minutes I've been playing. Oh, the loot even shows up on my map right there. That's pretty cool. Queen Lycaris Monument. And there's another loot right there, but I didn't see it. Okay, we're finally ready to leave Edgering Ruins. Honestly, this is like the first 15-20 minutes of the game, tops, for normal people. For me, 4 hours, 40 minutes. We're about to go travel. We're about to go travel. So let's do it. I'm gonna save before I leave here. You might want to rest if you go further, something happens. Where? Might change if you want to come back or not. Oh, are you talking about the time limit? Because you get, the time limit is way longer than you need to worry about. I won't care about the travel time, really, if that's what you're talking about. Oh, athletics is definitely my Kai Alchemy for this, because I purposefully dumped athletics. Well, I mean, it's not like I made it low on purpose, but it ended up being as low as possible because I didn't put any points into it. Wow! It's already gone up to 26, though. It started at 16. I've already gained 10 points of athletics. That's amazing. I didn't know I even had that much athletics. No, it's a really, really generous time limit, and it's only a time limit on one little part of the game. You would have to try. You'd have to specifically try to run out of time on this time limit. And it's not in real time anyway. I could stand around here like this for as long as I want, and it's not affecting the time limit. It's only when you travel on the map or rest. Alright, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Wait, hold on. Wait. 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 I need to know. It doesn't say it! Where's the voice? It said you must gather your party before venturing forth, but it was... Oh, look, that's my actual banner that I designed. Right there, on the map. That's really cool. Time to go to the disfavored camp. This fort was constructed shortly after routing rebels along the valley's western edge. The Archon Graven Ash directs all disfavored efforts from this location. It's only 3 hours in between there. So that's 6 hours round trip. I can definitely afford that 6 hours. You get 8 days. You get 8 days. So I can afford that 6 hours. Made it to the disfavored camp. Quest updated. Conqueror's Will. Kairos' edict must be personally delivered to the Archons. Find them in the disfavored camp. Did you see the map earlier, by the way, Saito? Look at this world map. Oh, you did see it. You were here. You said it was Bajiggity or whatever you said. I think it's such a fucking awesome looking world map. I mean, this is actually only a little tiny portion of the world. This is just the area, and there's my little banner. There's my banner. Oh, there's my banner. It appears on my inventory screen. Cool. With the red snake. I don't know if there's random encounters or not, Saito.
I'll be your shadow.
Sterling Hagnon. Take what you can carry, but leave the cart. Otherwise, we seize you and your wares. This is robbery. This is Kairos' law. I think I should intervene in this. Hail, Fatebinder! The disfavored scout nods at your approach. Camp's on up ahead. Don't mind us, just clearing out the rabble. Still don't understand what I've done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavored lands, and I'm happy to give the Legion a proper toll. But she's going on about trading rights. What nonsense is that? I am not allowed to trade one thing for another. It's not like I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything of the sort. Yes, the Archon... Well, not all the Archons. 2 Archons are here. The leader of these 2 armies. Yes, and it's against them. That's what the edict is for. The edict is to force the Archons into action. Because basically they've been fucking around for a long time, fighting with each other and not cooperating, and been unable to complete this siege and take this place. And Kairos is sick of it. He's sick of them faffing about here for so long. So he sends the edict to say everybody in this whole valley is going to die, including the Archons, if y'all don't take this place by a certain day. So in other words, quit fucking off and get it done. That's how Kairos inspires efficiency in Kairos' minions. Get it done by this date or die. Let's see. What do I want to say here? The Overlord regulates all trade. If you lack the proper permits, your goods are forfeit. A trade permit? Well, how was I mean, to whom would I speak for such a thing? Not us, and not our problem. Maybe march your butt to Bastard City and plead your case before Tunon. But we'll lighten your burden and relieve you of your wares first. That should make the long trek a bit more bearable. Wasn't that nice of them? They just want to lighten his burden. Yes, well actually, Nox, I'm going to try that, because I want to see. I'm going to try it. I'm going to save the game, and I'm going to sit there and rest for 8 days, because I want to see exactly what actually happens. And then obviously I'll reload my save. Oh, I like this line. This is, See, the disfavored will like me more if I butt out, but I'm not butting out. Anything to be argued before Tunon may be argued before me. What's there to discuss? We should kill this mongrel and... The warrior pauses, placing her hand in front of her mouth. See, the disfavored are really racist. They're like all about the supremacy of their... I mean, they're basically like Nazis. And they're into killing everybody off, too. They're not into taking prisoners or whatever. They just want to straight up destroy towns and villages and cities full of enemies when they beat them. The Fatebinder wishes to weigh in on the matter. Courtesy demands we listen. The soldier clears her throat, looking at you expectantly. This is a disfavored matter, but I know the agents of the court do so love to throw their judgments around. Yeah, you can be buddies with both factions, or you can be enemies with both factions, or you can be, you know, whatever. Just depends on... So far, based on my choices during the conquest, I will be liked a lot more by the Scarlet Chorus than the disfavored, because I almost always sided with the Chorus over them. I sided with the disfavored once. And so far I've been saying more things that piss off the disfavored in the game as well, and making the Chorus like me more. But ultimately, I'm not going to side with either of them. I'm going to side with the rebels this playthrough. They said there's 4 pathways through the game that all give you totally different quests. Well, maybe not totally different, like literally every single quest is different, but like they give you a whole different main story path, quest line, and stuff to do depending on which of the 4 paths you go down. I know one of the paths is side with the disfavored, and you try to make the disfavored win and gain power. The other one is side with the Scarlet Chorus, and you try to make the Scarlet Chorus win and gain power. One is side with the rebels, the Vendrian Guard and their allies, and I don't know what the 4th path is. I assume the 4th path is side with nobody and just pursue your own personal power. That's what I'm assuming the 4th path is, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna try to side with the rebels for this first playthrough, though. 'Cause I like rebels. Well, you could rob me now and have my supplies today. The merchant grabs a flask from his cart. Or you can leave me alive and have fermented honey all year long. I even know a few family recipes for painkillers and healing drafts. Certainly any army will need those. He uncorks a small ceramic vial, and the aroma of cloves and lanolin assaults your nose. 4th path is secret cow level, Nox says. Yeah, it could be. I think it's just like New Vegas? Oh, okay. I don't know enough about New Vegas. So now I've got some options here. Now, the thing about this system is, it makes it to where you basically always want to pick a lore or subterfuge option if you can, because you get experience points for that shit. So if you choose something else, I mean, I will have to have a really good reason not to choose lore and subterfuge options when I get the chance. Sometimes I won't. Like if I just really want to say the other thing, but. So, trusted his favorite's judgment? Nah. Oh, and you get certain ones based on your background. If I had chosen Lawbreaker or Hunter as my background, I could say those things, but I can't. Let's see. I can lie. I can just straight up side with the merchant without using one of my skills. Cut that. Cut the games. I'll go with lore. What a coincidence! Your family recipe for wound paste smells just like the Scarlet Fury's own concoction. Where'd you steal this? I don't... The merchant tenses up, his face flushing red. Don't know what you're getting at. Here I could use athletics if I had it. I'm not going to say kill this liar, because my character's anti-killing, but I think this Tisman needs a little roughing up. Slow down! I'll tell you everything, just don't hurt me. I found most everything out in the forests of the valley. Keep my head low when I heard sounds of combat, then I'd take a look and grab whatever wasn't claimed by the first victors. So then you stole from the disfavored dead? How else did you get your hands on that iron? The scout points to the merchant's cart. You would come here and sell us our own armaments? If anything has an owner, I will return it. But this iron would have turned to rust if left in the mud of the battlefield. The disfavored are few in number, is that not right? You need a man like me to gather up supplies that would otherwise go to waste. Lie again and I'll have you killed. Pay them handsomely. Leave this card as a gift for Graven Ash. Your life ends here. Suddenly I'm Joe Deaver. Sterling Hagnon, you just rolled a 0 on the random number table. Your life and your quest ends here. You know what? Fuck the disfavored. I'm just gonna be nice to him. You may trade your wares freely, but lie again and I'll have you killed, she said, bluffing. But he has no permits. You're allowing this lowborn wretch to profit when he should toil like any other conquered tearsman? Fatebinder, it is your right to settle disputes when we lock horns with the chorus, but you have no authority on this matter. Oh, I've got authority. Pay them handsomely. I'll go ahead and lose a little disfavored favor. But I have the authority to write him a trade permit. Trust me, he'll be of use to the Legion. You seem so bent on protecting this tearsman, so be it, but spare us both the parchment. He steps in close to Hagnon and gives the peddler a one-armed shove. Peddle your wares, but know that you're one mistake away from being strung about the Palisades as a warning to others. Understood, ma'am. The merchant bows deeply. You have shown me great mercy, and I will not squander it. I will endeavor to keep this camp supplied to the best of my ability. My deepest thanks. I thought I was about to be robbed and left for dead. And here I thought the disfavored would thank me for trying to bring in fresh provisions. I'll be sure to keep my head down and not make any waves. I'm now even more disfavored by the disfavored, yeah. Exactly. Alright. Well, obviously we're gonna steal whatever the fuck is in here. Oh, Verus has something to say. Slow down a moment. I know we're both eager to watch the Archons bicker over tactics like a pair of magpies, but I need to ask you something first. I will endeavor to do better? Wow. What's that? The voices in the rat told me that you've come as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel I'm only hearing half the story. So let's have it out. What's so special about you? Oh, I've got so many things I can say. To deliver an edict. I can lie about telling the expense. I have nothing to tell you. Why so suspicious? What else has the voices of Nerat told you? Did the voices of Nerat ask you to spy on me? Gain some subterfuge experience. At a loss for words, Verse regards you with momentary unease. Well, are you even surprised? He's the Archon of Secrets. Knowing in advance is his business. So is snatching up any advantage over Graven Ash. Those two compete like a couple of new recruits for a spot around the fire. So she is here to spy on me. It's nothing nefarious. The Voices is just curious why you're here. If he wanted to know more, you wouldn't be able to suss it out that easily. He would have sent one of his scarier peons in my stead. Why so suspicious? It's just a feeling I got. When the Archons are together, the air gets as taut as a bowstring. I can't help but think that no amount of compromise will get them seeing eye to eye. So why invite a mediator from Tunon's court? It doesn't add up. What else has the Voices of Nerat told you? Only that I could find you in Edgering Ruins. Truthfully, I could have picked you out of a crowd. You're the only one of us who hasn't spent the last few months bathing in the stink of the Mittani River. She laughs, but there's a forced nature to it. Why do you think the Archons are at odds? I've been with the Scarlet Chorus since the early days of the Conquest, so I can say it's been building for a few years now. There's an energy about those two, like a pair of storms moving to collide. I heard tell that Graven Ash and the Voices of Nerat shared some bad blood in the Northern Empire, but I don't know any of the particulars. By my authority, the Archons will fall in line. Actually, by the authority of the edict that I'm carrying. That sounds like exactly the attitude to set this campaign in the right direction. I don't envy you the task of getting them to cooperate, which sounds about as easy as teaching a tornado to heal. Tornado teacher. Hashtag tornado teacher. Yeah, you would think he would have a pretty big fucking advantage already. You would think that. At least you sound like you know what you're doing. So we've already reached loyalty 2 with Verse. That's awesome. I could lie to her here, but I think I'd just rather tell her the truth. I'm here to deliver an edict from Kairos. That makes a crazy kind of sense. Considering how long the siege has taxed the armies, I can understand why Kairos would send you with an edict to speed things along. Have you read it? You know what it says? That is not for you to know, no. The Archons must claim Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all will perish. Ascension Hall? It's the traditional throne room of the Queens of Apex. The throne stands directly beneath the mountain spire, in the center of the citadel in the valley of Vendrian's Well. During Kairos' conquest of the Tears, you stood in Ascension Hall as Kairos' representative when negotiating the surrender of Apex. Yeah, I was there, I handled that. Your patient efforts led to the willing surrender of Queen Vendrian Alanta. Well, the other option is you can actually kill the queen. Day of Swords. The 26th of every month, or span, is Kairos' day. It is a day of holiday and rest for all within the Overlord's empire. Each Kairos' day is the last day of its span, and is referred to by the span's name. Kairos' Day of Swords, therefore, is the 26th day of the span of swords. Okay, so we're in the month of swords, and Kairos' Day is like the internet is like the federal holiday once a month. So when they say Kairos' Day of Swords, they're basically the 26th of this month. Or all will perish. One more thing for the Archons to fight over. Well, thanks for cluing me in. If Kairos sends any lightning our way, just tell me when to duck. I really ought to be meeting with the Archons. Hey, I just got an achievement, building a reputation. The war tent is just past the center of camp. She nods toward the northeast. One last thing. Be careful around these disfavored types. They take their work seriously, and most have suffered too many blows to the head. Yeah, a lot of no love lost between the... Oh, I just gained a reputation ability. That's what I'm talking about. He was pleased by my feisty, chaotic inclinations. I am so feisty and so chaotic. You caught on to Versus subterfuge. She liked that as well. You took Versus side criticizing his disfavor. She liked that. Raven Ash, apparently. Not super thrilled with me yet. The Archon of War and leader of Kairos is... I haven't even met him, and I'm already changing reputation with him. Archon of War and leader of Kairos' ironbound legions of the disfavored. Rumor speaks of a magical link between Ash and his soldiers, and that only a mortal blow will keep a disfavored from rising to fight again. Voices in the Rat. Archon of Secrets, Kairos' spy master, and leader of the Scarlet Chorus. Even his army fears the Voice's power, and the many minds trapped within his own. I don't know anything about religious beliefs. We haven't seen any reference to any gods or anything in any of the videos I've watched. I think everybody just worships Kairos and that's it. But I'm not sure. Ceremonial honor guard of House Vendrian, rulers of Apex before Kairos' invasion. See, they're starting to like me because of my actions during the conquest. They're not super thrilled of all the Vendrian guards that I've killed, though. The disfavored, basically equal favor and wrath. But see, the Scarlet Courts... Oh, I thought they liked me more than this. Guess not. Alright, so I just remembered... I had some stuff I was going to do after we traveled.
I got it.
So... just going to quick save here. That's going to do it for this episode. So if you're watching my stream, I'm not done playing. I'm going to play for 20 or 19 more hours, I guess, is what we're working with. Wait, what time is it? It's 2:35. Yeah, 19 more hours. But that is going to do it for this one. Wait, I don't even know what I just said. If you're watching the stream, I'm not stopping. If you're not watching the stream, then right now I'm not even talking to you, I'm just talking to myself. No, if you're not watching the stream but you're watching this on YouTube, that's going to do it for this episode. There we go. Now I'm on the right track. So thank you for watching. Wow, I'm not doing well. I shouldn't be this poor at communicating this early in the day. Think of how bad it's going to be hour 20 and 21 and 24. Thanks for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Tyranny.